My name is Naomi, and I am a paramedic in the city of Calgary, as well as a visual artist. I have decided to paint 100 paramedics over 100 days, which is really, for people that understand art, I mean, it is an artistic marathon. Forcing myself to get creative and to create a painting from start to finish every single day is it's kind of interesting because I'm almost inducing fatigue in myself to raise awareness about the fatigue endured by paramedics and first responders in general. You know, it's easy to come home and complain about your job to friends and family, like most of us do, but there's some pretty crazy things that paramedics are enduring that when I started to share some of my stories and feelings about what we were experiencing at work, the general public, I realized, just had no idea. Things like the fact that, we'll work 12 to 15 hours with no break. So, how are you expecting your paramedics to get through a shift and not eat or what have you? And I think there was just a number of things I realized that people just don't even understand are occurring. And so I decided that I was going to use art as a means of awareness to spread my message. Art is one of the most important things in my life. I believe that artists, we have this special role in social change, and there's, throughout history, artists tend to be ahead of society with pushing ideas and creating change. And I take my job as an artist very seriously, and I hope to make the world a better place. That's the ultimate goal, right? For me, when I'm hurting or when I'm frustrated or whatever is going on in my life, I find I can turn to art and turn to my paintbrush and work through a lot of those emotions. And I try to, in the end, create beautiful things. I could paint anything I want, but I tend to try to keep things light and happy and beautiful. And, I don't really care what my art ends up looking like in the end. What I care about is what it feels like, and I want to spread good feelings and happiness. The most important people in my life are certainly my parents. They've been amazingly supportive to me, and my daughter Avery, she has been a huge support to me, and she's such a loving, caring, kind kid, as well as something that keeps me sane in such a crazy job is my dog Keena. She means the absolute world to me, as well as my boyfriend Sean. He's a firefighter here in the city.
I think it's a good job for her. Sometimes it's hard because she's away often, but I think it's good for, a good job for her.
This is the most important painting I've done so far in the series to me personally. On November 11th, Barry died by suicide after battling with PTSD. He was a beloved fire captain here in the city and engaged to one of my really close friends, Melissa, who is a medic that I work with. And his death shook us to the core and has been really, really challenging over the last 2 weeks. We just buried him 2 days ago, and as hard as it has been to continue to paint and to continue to be creative, his death is part of the reason I'm doing this. Is we need to do better as first responders. We need to do better as a profession, because we are losing good people. And so I continue to paint even though it's been really hard. And I painted this one in particular to honor him on the day we buried him. Even though I'm painting paramedics. He was a fire captain, but But she's a paramedic, and you know, fire is our brothers and sisters as well. Why I continue to be or want to be a paramedic is that I love it. It takes a special kind of person. It's almost like you're almost born with that desire to help people. You know, even with firemen, it takes a special kind of person to run toward a fire. Well, it takes a special type of person to, you know, want to jump in and be hands-on and not freeze when, you know, a child dies in front of you and family is screaming and you know, I know I'm good at my job, and I love being there for people when they need me. I don't plan to stop, but my hand may be forced if there's not change within my profession. I would love to continue to be a paramedic, but I'm a human and I'm aging, and my body can't keep up the way it could 8-9 years ago.